You just said that married women are the most similar. The next moment you go from being single for 10,000 years, reborn into a scumbag. He is a domestic violence man, but married a well-known popular singer. And he also gave birth to a well-behaved daughter. But since getting married, he was unexpectedly fired from the company. It's all you, the broom star. That's why I lost my job. You couldn't help but complain. The former is a real bastard. At this time, the mother and daughter had just been hugged by their native family, trembling on the sofa. And Shin-Yuchu, who is holding the child, when he sees you staring at him, he subconsciously hugged Won-Wan into his arms again. Tears filled my eyes. It's not like she hasn't thought about taking Won-Wan away with her, but she herself is an orphan, and all the money in the family is in the hands of a devil like you. Seeing the fear on the two people's faces, you sigh deeply. As soon as you come, settle it down. Then you stood up slowly, turn on the light and the warm orange light comes on, light up the whole room. Look at all the chaos in front of you. You scratched your head speechlessly, then opened the window to let some air in. Then he silently packed away the empty wine bottles in the house. Shin-Yuchu still hugged Won-Wan and huddled on the sofa without moving. There was just a hint of surprise in her eyes. You didn't rush to disturb the mother and daughter. Instead, you picked up towels from the kitchen and cleared the table. Until the house is kept spotless, you are already sweating profusely. So you took out the clean clothes from the bedroom and walked into the bathroom. Shin-Yuchu looked at the closed bathroom door. The originally tense body finally breathed a sigh of relief. She looked at the room you had cleaned in front of her. There is strong disbelief in the eyes. Why did this demon suddenly change his gender? Shin-Yuchu touched Wang-Wan's hair and said softly, "She can only wait for you to go to bed. Only then can she cook for herself and her children." Then the bathroom door opened. You push out the door, mother and daughter sitting on a shabby little sofa. At the same time, he shrank inwards. You shook your head, ignore the two of them, opened the door and walked out. Shin-Yuchu was stunned. There is some despair in the eyes. Did she go out to buy wine again? Not drunk enough tonight. I and Won-Wan are going to be hungry again. Shin-Yuchu bit his lip. Tears fall uncontrollably. Won-Wan thought it was because she was hungry. That made my mother cry. She hurriedly stretched out her white and tender hands, awkwardly wiping Shin-Yuchu's face. Shin-Yuchu bit his lip. Tears fell even harder, after a while. Then she whispered in a trembling voice, "Shin-Yuchu, thinking about getting married. What happened in the past 2 years? I feel so sad." She finally decided, leave this hell tomorrow. Even if you die outside, it's better than being tortured to death by this demon. Suddenly the door lock sounded outside. Shin-Yuchu is still thinking about something on his mind. I couldn't help but tremble again. He subconsciously covered Won-Wan's ears, quietly listening to what's going on outside. You opened the door, looking at the sofa subconsciously. He looked stunned. The two of them went back to the bedroom. But it seems like I haven't eaten yet. You look at the food in your hands in a daze. After thinking for a moment, he placed the food on the table, walked towards the bedroom. Shin-Yuchu kept tensing up. He hears your footsteps, slowly approach the bedroom. I pray in my heart that you don't come in. Just the next moment, I bought you food. If you are hungry, come out to eat. I'm going to sleep with you tonight. Hearing this, Shin-Yuchu suddenly opened his eyes. Then he heard your footsteps gradually walking away. The room suddenly became quiet again. Only Shin-Yuchu's nervous breathing echoed in the bedroom. I don't know when I opened my eyes. He obviously heard your voice. He was staring curiously at the closed door. That smelly dad didn't go back to his room to sleep today, and he seems to have said that he bought food for himself. Thinking of food made him hungry again. He swallowed, looking at his mother expectantly. Shin-Yuchu lowered his head, looking at my daughter's expectant eyes. Still have the courage. Tip your feet and quietly walk to the bedroom door. Open the door. The aroma of the food on the table also hits your nostrils. Shin-Yuchu's eyes suddenly became moist. She actually bought meals for her mother and daughter. Facing your sudden kindness, Shin-Yuchu didn't feel happy, but the fear from the heart. Why is she like this? What else does she want from herself? Often barefoot. He also ran over with short legs, picking up the crack in the door and looking outside. Then her eyes suddenly lit up. My saliva even flowed down unconsciously, but she didn't act on her own. But raise your head, looking at his mother with big eyes without blinking. Shin-Yuchu took a deep breath. Then a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Pick up Won-Wan. Won-Wan hurriedly nodded her head. Of course you in the room heard the sounds outside. You sighed deeply, sighing on the climate. You started thinking, just after buying food, you just discovered this family now only has more than 1,800 savings left. Gotta make money. A moment later, you suddenly sit up straight. I wonder why I haven't turned around for a while. This is a parallel world. You are excited. He reached out and picked up his phone and kept scrolling through it. After a while, a smile on your face. This world is exactly as I remembered it. Cultural heritage, completely different from the entertainment industry and my own world. Some saliva songs that will make you frown. They can all occupy the top song charts. You hold the phone tightly, thinking quickly in my mind. It turned out to be a classic song. Slowly emerge in your mind. Thinking about it, you are gradually unable to bear it. I can only drag my exhausted body and slowly fall asleep. At 6 o'clock the next morning, you gently open the door and walk out of the bedroom. The dining table and kitchen have been kept spotless. Shin-Yuchu should have cleaned it up after eating last night. You stood there and thought for a moment. Then he quietly walked into the bathroom to wash up. You know, Shin-Yuchu usually doesn't get up until 8 o'clock in the morning to cook. Because of the original you, I have to sleep until after 10 o'clock every time before getting up. Only after you get up and finish drinking. Only the two of them can eat your leftovers. You sighed again subconsciously, then wash up quickly. Shin-Yuchu in the room is actually awake, but he didn't dare to go out. The sound of washing outside disappeared. The door rings and closes. Shin-Yuchu pursed his lips, staring at the bedroom door. I'm curious why you went out again. After waiting for a long time, there was still no movement outside. Shin-Yuchu glanced at Won-Wan, who was still sleeping soundly next to him. After thinking about it, I mustered up the courage to get out of bed quietly, opened the bedroom door and walked out. The smell of alcohol in the room has become very thin. Fresh air blows in through the window. Smells good. This situation made Shin-Yuchu feel unreal. It's been a long time since I've smelled such a fresh smell. Shin-Yuchu came to the window. Look at the outside world. Unknowingly, I was a little stunned. Until this moment, he suddenly remembered that he was only 24 years old. I don't know how long it has been. The door sounded again. Shin-Yuchu was awakened by the shock. Then subconsciously, the whole body tenses up. Turn the body mechanically. You also froze in embarrassment. Unexpectedly, Shin-Yuchu was already awake. After you wash up, you find that there is no food at home. So I just bought some meat, vegetables, and rice. Both of them were stunned. Only then can you fully see what this wife looked like before you fell in love with her. Very beautiful. Much more beautiful than those internet celebrities in the original world. It's just that hair's too thin. His face is even too pale. It should be due to malnutrition. See this. You feel pain, hate and embarrassment in your heart. Too beastly. Such a beautiful daughter-in-law is so abused. Damn it. That, sister-in-law, I'm going to cook first. You were the first to break this embarrassment. Carrying the dishes, he quickly walked into the kitchen. Shin-Yuchu couldn't believe his ears and eyes. He actually said hello to himself. And when did he learn to cook? Shin-Yuchu silently looked at the kitchen. Busy back view. A great sense of grievance came over my heart. He bit his lip. Eyes gradually become moist. What's this? Have pity on me. Has your conscience found out? Mom. Won-Wan woke up at this time. Can't find Mom. She ran out with bare feet. Just came out. Her little nose smelled the aroma of food. Turn around and look towards the kitchen with big eyes. Of course you saw this little guy in the kitchen. He opened his mouth and smiled at her. Unexpectedly, Won-Wan shrank behind Shin-Yuchu in fear. You touched your nose helplessly. The meal will be ready in a short while. You look like you're still standing reservedly, said the two people in the distance. Take a shower and come over for dinner. Won-Wan is already swallowing saliva, but she still didn't move. Shin-Yuchu was also a little scared. Looking at this scene in front of me, you had some expectations, but seeing the defensive look on the two of them, the expectations in my heart couldn't help but sink to the bottom of the sea. You were silent for a moment. He sighed again and said, "You eat first." After saying that, you walked into the side bed. Shin-Yuchu didn't move. She watched the door to her side being closed. He looked down again and looked at the expectation in his daughter's eyes. I also sighed in my heart. Let's go have dinner every night. The millet porridge you made is placed on the dining table. Golden and very attractive. There are 2 more side dishes, and a small bowl of steamed eggs. The moment I saw the steamed egg, Won-Wan's eyes suddenly lit up. Mom, did Daddy make this for Won-Wan? Shin-Yuchu was a little confused for a moment. She looked at her daughter with expectant eyes, finally nodded. Won-Wan's eyes suddenly became brighter. She couldn't wait to scoop a spoonful of custard and put it in her mouth. This is Dad's. Shin Yu-chu just ate in silence. She was struggling and confused in her heart. His eyes unconsciously shifted to his side. On that closed door, you sit at the desk in your side sleeper. In fact, I am already very hungry, but you know. Click on the platform of this world. I cancelled my original account which still had a few thousand followers. You registered a new account. I habitually opened the hot search list on the platform. Then the next moment your brows furrowed. What kind of garbage is this song about? When did a cramming song become a hot search topic? You have a plan in mind. I found a few sheets of music manuscript paper from the desk that had been gathering dust for a long time. These are all left behind by Shin Yu-chu. You lay the manuscript paper flat on the table. The pen in my hand quickly writes the 6-line musical notation on the music manuscript paper. In the original world, you were a songwriter. Now it's just time and space transportation. This little thing won't bother you at all. Just a short moment. A complete music score appeared in front of you. You can't wait. Take out a guitar from the closet. Then you hold the guitar. Sitting at desk. Got some emotions brewing. Close your eyes the next moment. Swipe your finger gently. The strings follow the sound of the guitar. Came from inside the room. Shin Yu-chu is eating silently. Suddenly stunned. He also plays guitar. How is it possible? That guitar is my own. Shin Yu-chu knew very well. He can't play guitar. At least not before. But what's going on now? With the sound of guitar, your singing voice also comes slowly. Shin Yu-chu was even more stunned. Her eyes were full of disbelief. Even Won-won, who was eating happily, they were all attracted by the singing, stopped the spoon in hand, looking at the closed door of the room lying on its side, big eyes fluttering. Won-won tilted her head and looked there. Won-won knew that this was her first time cooking for herself. Even if Shin Yu-chu has never heard this song, she can also feel the power of this song. Such a beautiful melody. It's hard for her to imagine this is coming from your mouth. Until the next song sounds. Shin Yu-chu collapsed a little. She was confused again. Fear of the road ahead, and the fear of the current person changing. She was afraid that this was a dream of murder. The singing also stopped at this moment. Won-won also discovered her mother's crying. She climbed onto Shin Yu-chu's lap in a panic. Stretch out your little hand and try hard to wipe your mother's tears. Mom doesn't cry. Won-won is calling you. Won-won thought her mother's body hurt again. She wiped Shin Yu-chu's tears while raising his little face, pulling off Shin Yu-chu's collar and blowing air. Only underneath the collar, Shin Yu-chu's back is covered with scars. Of course you don't know what happened to the mother and daughter outside because of your song. You are currently opening your account. Click to record video. You didn't show your face in the video. Instead, it only recorded the position below the nose. You held the guitar and cleared your throat. You've obviously taken it seriously this time. Played and sang the song in its entirety again. Until the song ends, you will record and save, and subtract the idle time at the beginning and end. Finally extract the audio. With this song, copyright ownership submitted online. Wait until everything is settled. Just edited a title. Have You in My Life, an original song dedicated to everyone. Hope you all like it. Like and support. Video uploaded successfully. You let out a soft breath. I thought it was finally done. Next, let's wait quietly for the public's reaction. This song is king fraud in this era. You put the guitar back in the closet. Then I touched my hungry belly. I don't know if these two girls have finished eating. So hungry. What a thought. Rubbing belly. You finally can't wait any longer. Open the door gently. A gap was exposed, looking out like a thief. I happened to see Shin Yu-chu leaving the dining table with Won-won in his arms. His eyes are red, as if I just cried. He obviously saw you too. After being stunned for a moment, I quickly returned to the master bedroom with my child in my arms. You breathed a sigh of relief, pushed open the door and walked to the dining table. Finally able to eat. Looking at some food clearly left for you on the table, you feel a little happy. Then you pick up the millet porridge, hanging up with big mouthfuls. Clear all the food on the table. After clearing away the dishes, with nothing to do, you walked around the room. I looked at the layout of this home. This is a house with 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. Only 50 square meters. It was bought by the two of them when they were married. Everything in the house was worthless at that time. These things already look a little worn out. You shook your head. Go back to the sofa and sit down. It's hard to imagine. Shin Yu-chu takes his children. How do you live in such an atmosphere? I haven't gone out much in 2 years. It feels like being in jail. You also know that you can't change anything for a while. I can only sit on the small sofa and play with my mobile phone, asking how to maintain a home, how to make a child happy, how to be a good dad. There are a variety of answers online. It makes you think straight. At this time, the door of the master bedroom was suddenly opened again. You follow the sound. I saw a little head emerging from there. Wan tilts her head, staring at the newcomer with the same eyes as his mother, him shining a light on you curiously. In these sparkling eyes, full of ignorance and clarity, make your heart melt. It's just that Wan's face is too thin, just like his mother. If only it were a little more rounded, it will definitely look better. Also, before, the mother and daughter could only eat leftovers a day, and the little guy can't eat food mixed with wine. The owner of the garden won't give these two women any money. They can only be tied up once and for all. See Wan, you subconsciously want to put a smile on your face, but the corners of your mouth haven't opened yet. I saw Wan was so frightened that she hurriedly. He closed the door again and ran back. Shen Yuchu's voice coaxing the children also sounded in the room. A smile will be on your face. You touched your nose innocently. Time passes quietly. Until noon. You put down your phone and stood up. It's time to make lunch. Just then, the bedroom door is opened. Shen Yuchu, expressionless, hugged a pile of clothes, walked out of the bedroom. It's like he didn't see you standing in front of the sofa, still walking to the bathroom. You obviously saw his body stiffen when he came out. Is he going to do laundry? You suddenly remembered. The clothes you changed into yesterday, it's still in the washing machine and hasn't been taken out yet. Thinking of this, you quickly walked towards the bathroom. Shen Yuchu was very nervous. I didn't expect you to be still at home. Usually at this time, you went out early to drink with those gangster friends. He heard your footsteps approaching him. Suddenly I felt more nervous, body trembling slightly. My clothes are still in the washing machine. Can you let me take it out and shine it first? Shen Yuchu was bending over to open the door of the washing machine, was startled. The body is even brighter. Shrink into the bathroom. Be careful. You couldn't help but say something again. Only then did Shen Yuchu react. He is asking for his opinion. His eyes dodge, not daring to look at you. You take it first. Thank you. You clenched your fists. My hands are shaking a little too. There was even more anger and distress in his eyes. You just saw Shen Yuchu's neck clearly, the purple-red blood stains underneath. You packed the clothes in the washing machine, didn't continue to look at him, just said, "You'll make lunch later. Remember to ask Wan to come out for dinner." Wan fell asleep. Later you go wake him up. Shen Yuchu shrank in again. The whole person looked extremely flustered. You know that being here will only put pressure on him. He touched his nose helplessly. Pick up the clothes in the washing machine. You quickly came to the balcony and lit up, then walked into the kitchen. In the bathroom, Shen Yuchu, who was holding his clothes, was still in a daze. Until the fireworks go off in the kitchen, he just came back to his senses. He shakily put the clothes in the washing machine, but his eyes unconsciously went to the kitchen, thinking in mind, what happened to him? Shen Yuchu subconsciously touched his nose. Then suddenly he was stunned again. When did he get this habit? Shen Yuchu just stayed in front of the washing machine, listened to the sound of the drum turning, feeling extremely complicated. Until all the clothes are washed, he took out his clothes and walked to the balcony and started to light up. And that man has been busy in the kitchen. Wan didn't wait until Shen Yuchu called him. He woke up on his own. The two little hands were still rubbing the big sleepy eyes. Next moment, when he saw you busy in the kitchen, a pair of beautiful big eyes visibly lit up. Then he lay down beside the kitchen door frame curiously, looking at your back. Shen Yuchu hung up the clothes. I looked back and saw this scene. Little Wan is full of expectations. You are busy in the kitchen. Shen Yuchu's spirit suddenly collapsed. He turned quickly and leaned his back against the wall. Cover your face with your hands and slowly squat down. Tears fell silently. This was him a long time ago. Scenes that only appear in dreams. This time, you still didn't eat at the same table with them. After putting the food on the table, he hurriedly walked out of the house. Hear the door ringing. Shen Yuchu wiped away the tears on his face haphazardly. He stood up and hugged Wan and came to the dining table. No one knows how complicated her mood is now. Even she herself doesn't know what she is thinking. The food is still as delicious as breakfast. The little guy has been eating custard every time. But this peaceful lunch for the two of us. It was soon interrupted by the sound of the door opening. They subconsciously raised their heads. I saw you carrying a big bag of things. Opened the door and walked in. Wan leaned closer to Shen Yuchu. The small spoon scooping out the steamed eggs is still in his mouth. Her big eyes follow your movements. You have low eyelids. I didn't dare to look at this frightened mother and daughter. I just walked to the sofa and put down the bag in my hand. Then speak. I bought you some ointment. Remember to use it. Also, I bought a toy for my child. I don't know if she likes it or not. I see other little girls have them. She should have it too. Shen Yuchu didn't respond to you. After you finished speaking, you were silent for a moment. Then he continued, I know you won't believe me, but there are some things I still want to say. I will never drink again. I won't hit you again. You and Wonwan don't have to be so scared at home. The child is still young. This kind of atmosphere at home is not good for him. You finish in one breath. I feel that the depression in my heart has been relieved a lot. You didn't wait for Shinjuchu's reply either. Silently walked back to sleep on his side. Shinjuchu watched your figure disappear. I saw that the door was closed. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just one day, facing this man's sudden change. He can never let go of his heart. You in the bedroom. I feel even worse now. Your eyes are red. Obviously I cried when I was outside. If possible, I wish I hadn't traveled through time. Don't know what's going on here, especially seeing the scars on Shinjuchu's body. Your heart is so depressed that it's about to collapse. You really can't figure it out. Why would someone? How can you have such great malice towards your loved ones? They left some for you after dinner. But when you walk out of the room, saw the things bought for them on the coffee table. The bag still hasn't been opened. You pursed your lips and sighed. I can only sit down and eat. But at this moment, the door to the master bedroom actually opened again. Wan poked out her little head, staring at you curiously. You quickly opened your mouth and smiled at him. This time he was not scared away. You feel a little relieved. My depressed heart was healed a lot by this weak little guy. So you put down your chopsticks. Use your whole life to gently call Wonwan. Your voice frightened him so much that he trembled slightly, but he didn't shrink back. Instead, he turned his head and glanced at the bedroom. Then he seemed to be encouraged. Look at you again. A young and weak copper sound came from his mouth. Hear this sound. You were shocked. My eyes instantly became moist. This is simply the most beautiful sound you have ever heard since traveling through time. But Wonwan tilted her head. I look at you crying and laughing strangely. You nodded emphatically. Then stand up. Take the doll out of the bag. You held the doll and shook it gently towards her. There seems to be something strange in Wonwan's big eyes. She looked at the doll. He turned and looked at the bedroom again. It took me a long time to finally walk towards you slowly. Your heart beats like your ribs instantly. Afraid of scaring this little guy who finally got close to you. She walks to you and raises her little face. Sniffed hard. The next second she showed a happy smile. Dad doesn't stink anymore. Is the doll good looking? Her little hand moved. I want to pick it up but don't dare. Just looking at you closely with big black eyes. You immediately understood her movements, so you slowly squat down to look at her level. Put the toy gently into her hand. Wonwan finally took over the toy. Her little fingers touched the doll's skirt. The eyes immediately turned into crescent moons. Look at her happy look. There are mixed feelings in your heart, especially when you see her thin face up close. Wash it with the one you are wearing until it turns white. When wearing a lot of clothes that are obviously too small, your heart hurts like being pricked by a needle. He is only 3 years old. You gritted your teeth and quickly wiped away your tears. Smile. Watch him play quietly. There is nothing else in your eyes at this moment. At this time, Shinjuchu in the master bedroom. I heard my daughter's silver bell-like laughter outside. Already burst into tears. Not long after, him sleepy every night. He hugged the doll tightly. I glanced at you who was still giggling. Turned around and ran back to the bedroom. What you don't know is, just one night, there's you inside when I hear my hand already going completely crazy. At 10 o'clock that night, your video actually reached the 5th spot on the trending list. At the same time, there was a knock on the office door of Li Xie, the director of operations at the Dosho headquarters, a technician holding a tablet, rushing in sweating profusely. Director Yang, there are special circumstances. It only took 2 hours for a video to become the 5th most searched topic. What are you panicking about? Which big internet celebrity overturned? Not a big internet celebrity. It's a signal that was just registered today, and the video has not been pushed in any way. The content is just a song. As soon as these words came out, Li Xie's face changed instantly. He immediately clicked on the hot search list. As a result, the surprise in my eyes became even stronger. It has already reached 4th place. I want to see what song this is. After a song, Li Xie was completely silent. This is the first time I heard such a beautiful song. She immediately clicks on your homepage. I will never return after seeing your name. Immediately afterwards, she ordered Liu Yun, please withdraw this video now. Make sure to be the first in the hot search tomorrow. Liu Yun nodded vigorously. I know I made the right bet. And after she left, Li Xie listened to your song again. She tapped her fingers on the table. After a while, I picked up my phone and sent you a private message. But you have no idea about this. You get up at 5 o'clock. After washing up, go out for morning exercise. This body is worse than you think. After running for a while, I was out of breath. Run, stop. Finally completed 5 kilometers in 1 hour. It was already 7:30 when I got home. You just opened the door. I bumped into Shinjuchu who had just finished washing. There were drops of water on his hair on his forehead. I was shocked when I saw you. You were stunned for a moment, asked a little awkwardly, still sleeping late at night. You go and watch Manhwa. You'll cook after taking a shower. Is there anything you want to eat? No? You can sit wherever you like. I'm going to see the kids. After saying that, he got into the bedroom as if he was running away. You look at the closed door. I can only helplessly give in to seeing you. After taking a shower, you are so hungry. The original alcohol addiction also started to take effect. You can only drink hot water like crazy while cooking to relieve yourself. That's when the fun started. He is holding the doll you gave him in his arms, standing on the kitchen door frame looking at you. You turn around and see this little guy. Immediately reveal O-tone smile and kiss. Play around with what you want to eat in the morning. Dad will make it for you. Manhwa tilted his little head and thought for a long time. Good. Then Levi the burden. You replied lovingly. Stretch out your hand to rub his little head, but I'm afraid of scaring him. Quietly shrank back. No rush. Take your time. Manhwa is accepting you. This gives you hope. In a good mood. Even the drinking and hunger seem to disappear at this moment. You put breakfast on the table. Go back to your little bedroom as usual. Let mother and daughter eat first. But this time, there is obviously more laughter outside. You lie on bed. Pick up your muted phone. Want to see the effect of the video? Who knew it would just be unlocked? You are directly shocked. Damn it. How many notifications is this? You swallowed. Click to open the homepage. Next second, more than 1 million followers on the page. Almost lights up your eyes. You continue to click on the video with excitement. More than 2 million likes. Nearly 1 million comments. The smile on your face can never stop. This song became famous instantly. And the comment section is very positive. Everyone is urging you to release new songs. Then comes the moment to witness the benefits. You click to open the background. The numbers you see in your wallet will make your mouth crack. A total of 320,000 without any ads. I made 320,000 yuan in one day just by relying on traffic. Or after tax. You finally breathed a sigh of relief. Have money. Life finally doesn't have to be so tight anymore. You must know that before you held all your belongings for more than 1,000 yuan. Even the vegetables I buy are careful. You quickly transfer your earnings to your bank card. Wait until the two of them finish eating outside. You push the door open again and go out. Sweep away the food on the table. After washing the dishes, you picked up your phone and hurried out the door. This old neighborhood where you live. I bought it cheaply at first. Have you ever dreamed of changing to a better house? It's a pity that not only did the native people lose all their savings, he even sold Shinyochu's mobile phone to exchange for wine boxes. You walk out of the neighborhood, still walking towards the shopping mall in memory. As soon as I walked in, I saw a big domestic brand mobile phone store. A young shop assistant sees you. Come up to me as soon as your eyes light up. Handsome guy, do you want to buy a mobile phone? You nodded and looked around the counter. Show me this. Handsome guy with good eyesight. This is the latest product. It also supports satellite calls. Do they sell mobile phone cards here? Of course. Handsome guy, can you use it yourself? You shook your head no. I'm doing it for my wife. The female clerk suddenly straightened up. There was some inexplicable disappointment in his eyes. I am lonely and thinking. As expected, good men all belong to other people's families. But there was no ambiguity in his words. The handsome guy's wife is so lucky. However, you need to bring your ID card to apply for the card. Okay. I didn't expect that buying a mobile phone card also requires a mission. Then please help me install the phone. After paying the money, you left in a hurry. There are still many things to buy. Can't waste any more time. At the same time, just after you leave home, Shinyu tidied up the whole house. Sitting on the sofa looking out the window, the smell of alcohol has long gone from home. The fresh air made her feel extremely comfortable. Have fun watching it. The corners of Shinyu mouth turned up unconsciously. Such a good day. But the next second, there was a sudden sound of the door lock turning, instantly awakening her from her reverie. Manhwa also got up quickly, holding the doll and getting into Shinyu arms. Unexpectedly, there was a noise outside, also mixed with your familiar voice. He quickly picked up Manhwa and wanted to go back to the bedroom, but he couldn't help but look curiously outside the door. The next second you are seen with a strange man appear in his field of vision. You are carrying a cream-colored cloud sofa and walking inside. You see that Shinyu eyes are obviously the same, with joy on his face. Shinyu, who has not had contact with outsiders for a long time, somewhat at a loss. Okay, you'll be there right away. The smile on your face gets bigger. Although he is sweating profusely, he is full of energy. Then you and the masters will move the new sofa into the house. Move the old sofa out again. Then there's the TV, refrigerator, and green plants. With the arrival of new pieces of furniture, the house changed instantly. Simply brand new. Those obsolete old furniture. In the end, you sold them all for 800 yuan. Shen Yuchu felt a little pain in his heart when he saw it. Although the furniture is old, it can still be used. 800 yuan is too much money, but what he is more curious about now is, where did you get so much money? According to his calculation, it's almost impossible to open the pot at home now. Send away the masters. You return to the living room carrying a big bag, looking at the fruits of his labor with satisfaction. This just tastes like home. You wiped your sweat, placed the bag on the new coffee table, sitting down on the soft sofa. The mother and daughter in the kitchen were still standing stupidly. Wan hugs her mother's thigh, like a curious baby. Look left, look right. See the little guy like this. Your eyes are narrowed into slits. Suddenly I feel a sense of accomplishment. Then a big pink toy popped out of the bag, put on coffee table, but his eyes have been staring at Wan. Sure enough, Wan's eyes were suddenly attracted. You stretched out your hand and waved to Wan. Look at her lovingly. Wan, come here quickly. Look what daddy bought you. But Wan didn't come immediately. Instead, she raised her little face and looked at her mother, until Shen Yuchu's lips moved. Didn't speak. She just walked over step by step. You unpack the toy immediately. It's a princess house. There's so much chaos in the princess house. Is Wan going to decorate the little princess's home with her father? Wan's eyes suddenly sparkled. He leaned forward again, all the way to your legs. You smile softly. Pick up the little princess in the cabin. Sigh in a sweet tone. The little princess hasn't dressed up yet. Dad won't dress the little princess. Just leave it to Wan. While you are talking, hand the little princess to her. Wan blinked her big eyes. He raised his little hand tentatively. Until I touch the little princess in your hands. You always keep smiling. Put the little princess into her hand, and you held her little hand with your big hand. The moment my warm little hand is held by you, the corners of your lips rise. Picked up another pink dress to dress the little princess. Just leave it to Wan. Wan, please teach daddy, okay? Wan feels the warmth of your hand. Looked at the little princess. I looked at you who felt wronged by your father. Suddenly laughed. Dad is so stupid. Wan comes to teach dad. The little guy smiled so hard that his white teeth were exposed. On your legs. Clumsily putting the dress on the little princess. You laugh too. You humbly accept the little guy's teachings. Learn how to dress the little princess. This moment, this small room suddenly became extremely bright, and Shen Yuchu was already on the doorframe. Quietly look at this beautiful scene in front of you. Eyes gradually become moist, but you two, father and daughter, didn't play for long. You look up and see Shen Yuchu in a daze. The light blue shirt she was wearing was washed white. It's extremely dazzling at the moment. You narrowed your eyes suddenly. A thought flashed across. This is actually a parent-child village. It's Wan's second birthday. Shen Yuchu secretly bought it behind your back. In the end, it was because of this dress. She was scared. Cell phones were also sold. Think of this scene. You were silent for a moment. The next second you stand up with your gun drawn. He covered his mouth and rushed into the bathroom to vomit like crazy. You only know now. Be a person with conscience. When looking back at this behavior from a first-person perspective, what kind of disgusting anger will arise? This sudden change. The mother and daughter outside were frightened. Shen Yuchu trembled with fright, quickly rushed to the sofa, hugged Wan into his arms. Wan pushed hard into her mother's arms. I'm afraid that the father who has finished vomiting will be like before. Suddenly rushed out and beat and scolded them. After a while, you walked out of the bathroom in embarrassment, eyes covered with bloodshot eyes. Looking at the frightened Shen Yuchu and Wan, you feel even more uncomfortable. My stomach can't stop churning. But you still endure it, right? Speak weakly. Sorry. Scared you. I'm just a little uncomfortable. The thought of occupying this demon's body. You feel like there are millions of ants crawling on you. Looking at their still wary eyes, you sighed heavily. Walk into the kitchen silently. Wan may not have had enough fun yet. You can play with her for a while longer. You'll make lunch. Shen Yuchu looked at your profile carefully. So familiar yet so strange. Finally she nodded. He hugged Wan and sat back on the sofa. Wan secretly poked out her cerebellum. After discovering that you are still the gentle father, a smile finally appeared on the little face. Until lunch is ready, the aroma of food wafts in the living room. But Shen Yuchu saw you put the food on the table. Silently returned to lying on his side again. The corners of her mouth moved. But I can't say a word. Wan holds a small spoon in her mouth when eating. Suddenly he frowned and asked, Mom, why doesn't Dad eat with us anymore? Shen Yuchu was chewing a small piece of fried pork. This is her favorite dish, because you can't eat spicy food. She hasn't eaten for a long time. I heard my daughter's question. She unconsciously looked to her side, turned back again. She suddenly laughed, smile like a spring flower blooming. That's because mom and dad aren't ready yet. The little guy didn't understand. The little brows furrowed even more tightly. And you are in a daze in the bedroom. You keep comforting yourself that it's not your fault, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's you. In desperation, you can only take out your phone and watch videos to divert your attention. Your videos are still on the trending list. The comments are all urging you to release a new song. Just then, there is the sound of washing dishes outside. Put down your phone and walk out. There is food left for you on the table. Shin Yu-chu is washing dishes in the kitchen. Won-wan was playing with her new toys on the sofa. So you coming out? Won-wan is not as scared as before. You smiled. He walked up and touched her little head, then looked towards the kitchen. Shin Yu-chu just came out of the kitchen. I saw you staring at her. She became nervous instantly, helplessly squeezing a foot with both hands. Seeing her with such a low eyebrow and a submissive look, you can't help but frown. I sighed silently in my heart. It's because of her gentle and reserved temperament that would make the native bully him so boldly. Thinking of this, your frown instantly relaxed. So, you took out the mobile phone you just bought from the coffee table and put it on the table. Looking at Shin Yu-chu, he spoke softly. I bought you a mobile phone. See if you like it. Also, some of them I want to discuss with you. Can you sit over here? Shin Yu-chu was originally lowering his head. After hearing your words, he suddenly raised his head and looked at you, the one he faced first. It's your clean and clear eyes. Immediately afterwards, he saw the brand new mobile phone box on the table again. Shin Yu-chu felt sad for a moment. After a while, there was a soft buzzing sound. Instead, he picked up the mobile phone box on the table. Take it apart on your own. Take out the new sky blue mobile phone. You simply set it up. Hand it directly to Shin Yu-chu. This phone is for you. You need to apply for a mobile phone card yourself. I've saved my number. If I'm not at home from now on, if you need anything, you can call me, you said. At the same time, he took out $12 from his pocket and placed it in front of him. This is the cash you just withdrawn. If I have nothing to do in the afternoon, I will take the kids out for a horse ride. It's not good to stay at home all the time. If you want to buy anything, just buy it, especially clothes. Look, both of your clothes are much smaller. I still have half a bank card, right? It's not safe to carry cash. You are mumbling. Speak out all your thoughts in one breath. However, Shin Yu-chu just raised his head, staring closely at you in front of me, listening to your murmurings. His eyes slowly turned red. You see that he hasn't picked up the phone for a long time. I could only touch my nose helplessly. Don't you like this phone? The color looks good to me. I just bought the latest model again. If you don't like it, you can go buy another one you like. Who would have thought that Shin Yu-chu would look at you deeply again? No, I quite like it. Thank you. His voice is still very soft, with choking and slight vibrato. Just then, the two of you suddenly looked at each other. You look away unnaturally. I felt relieved in my heart. Just like it. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to eat first. After saying that, you stand up immediately. Walk quickly to the table. Come and hide together. In fact, Shin Yu-chu was still doubting. Where did you get so much money? But he didn't ask. He just picked up what was on the table. Look carefully at the new phone. Won-wan on the other side also came over, looking curiously at the new things in my mother's hands. Shin Yu-chu patted the little guy's head. The whole family just stared at their phones and studied. After eating, you broke out in a sweat. I wanted to take a bath, but the two girls have been staying in the living room today. It makes you very embarrassed. In the end, you can only go back to sleeping on your side feeling a little depressed. Until 5 p.m. The weather outside is finally no longer so hot. I saw Shin Yu-chu on the sofa feeling sad for once, or pick up the money on the table. Then she led Won-wan out of the house. Won-wan hasn't been out for a long time. She likes to go out and play, but her mother never took her out before. Dad doesn't allow them to go out. So she seemed extremely happy when she went out this time. The little guy holds a doll in one hand, holding mother's hand, jumping all the way. A pair of big round eyes are looking everywhere. Everything outside is to her. All are full of freshness. It's just that Shin Yu-chu is a little cautious. Her walking pace speeded up unconsciously. Watching the pedestrians coming and going on the road, she feels a little inferior for no reason. Especially her and Won-wan. This clothes doesn't fit. Make her always feel. Others' eyes will always inadvertently look at you twice. The shopping mall is not far. She took one breath and crossed 2 streets to get here. The mall has changed a bit more than she remembered. Only 2 years. It seems to be more exquisitely decorated here. As soon as he entered the door, he saw a mobile phone store. There is a counter for applying for mobile phone cards inside. Shin Yu-chu hesitated for a moment, so he took the child and walked in. There are a lot of people in the store. The shop assistants all seemed very busy. Shin Yu-chu, who hasn't communicated with anyone for a long time, standing there a little confused. Fortunately, a female clerk found her. Take the initiative to come forward. First I touched Wanwan's head. Then he said with a smile on his face, the little guy is so good. Does the beauty want to buy a mobile phone? I heard someone complimenting me on the bowl. Shin Yu-chu also had a smile on his face. I want to apply for a mobile phone card. Can it be done now? The female clerk still has a smile on her face. While talking, he guided Shin Yu-chu to the counter. If you can, please come over here. We have several packages for you to choose from. But can I ask what brand of mobile phone you have? If it is a mobile phone of our store brand, there are discounts for applying for a mobile phone card. Here offers. Shin Yu-chu's eyes lit up. She quickly took out her phone from her pocket, handed it to the female clerk. Is it okay to ask softly? It seems to be your brand, and I just bought it this morning. The female clerk looked stunned. She looked at Shin Yu-chu carefully again. There are only 2 of the latest mobile phones sold today. Here again to apply for a mobile phone card. The female clerk naturally thought of the girl in the morning. It turns out that this mother and daughter, are they the wife and children of that handsome guy in the morning? It's just that they are both so familiar, and the clothes obviously don't fit well. That handsome guy, he doesn't look like someone who treats his wife and daughter badly. The female clerk was a little confused, but she didn't ask any more questions. He exclaimed with a smile still on his face. It turns out that the handsome guy who came over this morning to buy a mobile phone, is he your husband? You are so happy. This is your latest mobile phone. Have this mobile phone. You can apply for this package. Recharge 100 and get 100 free. Get 600 free minutes of free calls. He still provides enthusiastic service. It's just that this time the service object has changed from you to Shin Yu-chu. Shin Yu-chu was said to be in a daze. I paid the money and successfully applied for the card until I walked out of the mobile phone store. The enthusiastic voice of the female clerk still echoed in his mind, but he actually said he was a good man. Shin Yu-chu really wanted to tell him, such a good man. How about you take it home? After buying a mobile phone card, Shin Yu-chu applied for another bank card. Put all the money in your hand into it, except for the money to apply for a mobile phone card. 4,900 left. What you gave her this time was a full 5,000. Walk out of the bank with your mobile phone and bank card. Shin Yu-chu looked at the tall buildings around him. Suddenly I feel alive. Now she can leave with her children. You can rely on the money in your hand. Find a job to support yourself and your children. You can even pursue your dreams again. Sudden freedom. Shin Yu-chu stood there and struggled for a long time, until a childish copper sound sounded in her ears. Mom, can I have an ice cream tonight? She came back to her senses instantly. Wanwan beside me is still holding her hand. Round eyes, staring straight at the ice cream shop not far away. Drool was dripping from the corners of her mouth. Shin Yu-chu smiled. The smile is so bright and brilliant. Okay, but you can only eat one, otherwise your stomach will hurt. Wanwan loves my mother the most. The couple finally went out. You took a beautiful bath. Don't know at all. Shin Yu-chu outside may not come back again. After taking a bath, you start preparing today's dinner. Daily marriage and vegetarian cooking. Are you going to make some noodle soup tonight? But because I don't know when they will come back, so I don't do it now. Serve the dishes to the table, cut the noodles and place them on the chopping board. You went back to the living room and collapsed on the sofa. I picked up my phone and started browsing the parenting essence. What should I do if my child doesn't eat? Just take a beating. This is not possible. Melt away, melt away. Wang Wang is so good. How could you not eat? Besides, such a cute little guy. You can't bear to lay a finger on him, until you feel a little stuck while brushing. You yawned. After looking at it, it's time to get on my feet again. It's already 7 o'clock in the evening. Why haven't these 2 ladies come back yet? You suddenly sit down. Nothing will happen to these 2 girls, right? You are a little nervous. Stand up quickly. Put on your shoes and get ready to go out to find them. But you just opened the door. But I happened to meet them coming back from outside. A gust of fragrant wind blew in from the door. You were completely stunned. Shin Yu-chu at this moment. He was humming an unknown tune in his mouth. Easy on the feet. The degree to which the corners of the mouth are raised indicates she is in a good mood now. In her hand she holds several handbags. Wanwan held her clothes with one hand, held in the other hand. It's still the doll you gave me. The reason that makes you stunned the most is that they both have put on new clothes that fit them well. 2 pairs of smart and cute star eyes. When seeing you, he was obviously stunned for a moment. The next moment Wanwan leaned in sweetly, called Daddy. Obviously I went out for a bit today. Wanwan put on new clothes. Very happy mood. This sound, Dad, almost made your soul fly away. You responded with a tremble in your voice, then squat down, rubbing Wanwan's hair, hugged the cute little guy, walked into the house first. Dad, can you make some noodles for you today? The kind with 2 eggs. Good. Wanwan likes to eat eggs. Wanwan likes her father the most. Shinyuchu outside the article is messy in the wind. The little guy just said he loves his mother the most. In the blink of an eye, he rebelled. Wanwan didn't wait long. Noodles with eggs are ready quickly. You bring the noodles in front of him. Scratched his little nose. Then he habitually turned around and walked towards the bedroom. You just turned around, but don't want to. Suddenly the little guy grabbed him by the corner of his clothes. Can Dad have dinner with Wanwan? The soft voice sounded again. You turned around and met Wanwan's expectant eyes. Some hesitation. He secretly glanced at Shinyuchu sitting next to him. Shinyuchu did not speak. Didn't look at you either. It's like I didn't hear Wanwan's words. Mindfully shrinking the noodles in front of you. You are a little speechless. This situation is really difficult to deal with. If you need some antiseptic, please tell me something. What do you mean by not talking like this? You can only try to find out. Then I will stay and have dinner with Wanwan. Dad sits next to Wanwan. The answer to you is Wanwan. She happily patted the chair on the other side. You touched your nose. He brought another bowl of noodles from the kitchen with an awkward expression. Sitting next to Wanwan. Mom is sitting on the left. Dad is sitting on the right. Wanwan in the middle is surrounded by her parents for the first time. The smile on my face never stops. Even eating, I work hard. Eat the warm bowl of noodles directly. In the end, Shinyuchu was afraid that the little guy would be full. He is not allowed to eat anymore. Little guy, just give up now. Just after a meal, Wanwan wants her parents to come together. My wish to play with myself in the princess house came to nothing. In the end, you were the only one playing with Wanwan. After Shinyuchu had dinner, then he returned to the main house alone. You can understand this too. I can put you on the table and eat together. Shinyuchu must have done a great psychological struggle. You put yourself into Shinyuchu's position. I thought about it if it were me. After being treated like before, I want to live in harmony with my enemies. I definitely can't do it myself. No, if it's me, then you must not even be able to find your body now. It's like being fed to a dog. Played with Wanwan until 9 o'clock in the evening. Wanwan is so sleepy that she nods her head from time to time. But he still doesn't want to go to sleep. During this period, you also discovered a very serious problem. That is Wanwan, who is now 3 years old. But the little guy still can't take off his shoes by himself. To know the normal 3-year-old child, they are already at kindergarten age. You know this too. This is caused by the unhealthy family environment before. Don't be in a hurry, but you still feel extremely worried. It was at this moment that Shinyuchu walked out of the room. He didn't speak, just silently watching you and Wanwan on the sofa. The meaning in the eyes is clear. You understand. Pick up Wanwan from the sofa. After giving him a kiss on the little face, eyes with a smile. Wanwan, it's time to sleep. Dad will play with you again tomorrow. Okay. Wanwan was about to squint her eyes and opened them slightly. He looked at your face. He turned around and looked at Shinyuchu again. Then the little head suddenly buried in the neck of Daddy. I want to sleep with Daddy tonight. The sudden words make you a little overwhelmed. It also made Shinyuchu's face turn slightly dark. I'm most afraid of the sudden silence in the air. You look at Shinyuchu with an innocent face. This is the little guy's own idea. It's really not you who is teasing me. Shinyuchu secretly clenched his fists. This little white-eyed wolf spent so long taking care of him in vain. It had only been 2 days since I was shot down by the enemy's sugar-coated artillery shells. In the end, the little guy succeeded. Shinyuchu simply washed her up. The little guy happily got into his father's bed. Wanwan is like a belted bear, holding your neck and not wanting to let go. You also let her hold you like this. This is your first time putting your baby to sleep. Reminds me of the amazing parenting stories on the internet. So he gently told Wanwan a bedtime story. Soon, Wanwan felt extremely satisfied, fell into a deep sleep. One morning, Wanwan is still sleeping soundly. You still got up early. Gently push open the bedroom door. Come to the living room, getting ready for a morning run. The next moment you seem like you can't believe it. Rubbed his eyes. The ointment on the coffee table in the living room is missing. Your eyes are getting brighter. There was even a disappointed smile on his face. Today you left home in a happy mood. Morning jog, shower, home cooking. You spend a total of more than 2 hours. After making breakfast, there is another task today. Wake up, daughter. I am awakened by your gentle voice every night. She rubbed her sleepy eyes. The first time I saw you. Cute and charming smile. It gradually blooms on the face. The little guy stretched out his soft arms. as if asking for a hug from daddy. You immediately reached out your hands and gently picked him up, put on the new clothes you just bought yesterday for him. Then I took him out to wash up. Have you ever learned how to take care of children in videos? But theory is still theory. Now put it into practice. Only then do you know how difficult it is. The little guy's body is too delicate. Don't you dare use force. So the whole process seemed clumsy, especially when tying up little one's hair. Seems inadequate. Been busy for a long time. In the end, it can only be tied into a crooked and twisted shape. Dad is a big idiot. Won saw her crooked hair in the mirror, pouting and laughing at the couple. You pinched her little nose. Won couldn't help but giggle. I also stretched out my little hand to pinch your nose. Shin-Yuchu came out of the bedroom. I saw this heartwarming scene between father and daughter. She didn't speak, just walked into the kitchen silently and took out breakfast. Maybe she didn't even notice it herself. The corners of her mouth had already turned up slightly inadvertently. After a simple breakfast, the family of 3, you didn't return Won to Shin-Yuchu. Instead, he continued to take Won to the sofa. Wanchi Princess House. It's just that this time you were playing with Won. Inadvertently instilled some in her little head. Very simple numbers. Numbers from 1 to 10. After discovering Won's problem, you secretly made a plan. In the usual fun, a plan to train little ones to learn independently. Start with simple numbers. Get some common sense about life. You will slowly teach Won. But fortunately Won is very smart. It's just that no one had ever called her that before. Now under your inadvertent guidance, he quickly remembered some of the knowledge, and you discovered that since Shin-Yuchu came back yesterday, it's like he suddenly changed into a different person. There is obviously more energy than before. This is a good sign. Makes you feel a lot more comfortable. Shin-Yuchu downloaded the platform and other software while observing the interaction between the women. At this time he also discovered, you are teaching Won subtly. He looked calmly. There is a hint of sweetness in my heart. He has long wanted to teach children. Just the previous family environment. Their lives are already very difficult. How can he have the ability? Go teach and have fun like a normal mother. Shin-Yuchu looked away. Look at the phone screen. It is indeed the latest mobile phone. Software download speed is very fast. Just a few seconds. Just a few software downloads are complete. Except you. Has been posting continuously. Most of them asked him how he was doing. Shin-Yuchu felt a little warm in his heart. He replied immediately. Sorry, Chu-Chu. I'm fine now, don't worry. Sister Shin, you are finally alive. Do you still think that after you get married? Sister Shin, you don't know. Talk bad things about you when everyone meets you. Say you deserve it. It's really annoying. Saw Chu-Chu's message. Shin-Yuchu's little mouth brightened slightly. Liuli is right. I really deserve it. When I was in the company before, he kept pressing Liu Li's head. Liuli will look like this after withdrawing from the circle. It is also reasonable. Chu-Chu, how are you lately? Is life okay? Very good, Sister Shin. Don't worry. It's just that I miss Sister Shin. Sister Shin, will you still pay? Shin-Yuchu was shocked. There is a trace of desire in the eyes. Will you still give? She turned to look at you, looked at Won again. The longing in the eyes after a moment fade away slowly. Probably not anymore. But if Chu-Chu misses me, we can find time to make an appointment to meet. At this time, in the Tianmai Entertainment Building in the center of Jiangcheng City, a little girl about 1.6 meters tall let go of the heavy dance on your shoulders. Both hands were holding the phone and typing excitedly. But soon, a sharp girl woke her up from her happiness. Zhao Chu-Chu, are you lazy? Work quickly. Do you still think you are the assistant of the popular Xiaohua? If you don't want to do it, get out of here as soon as possible. Master of voice. She's a woman with a foxy face. Her face turned upward. The eyes of the slender willow leaves are full of disdain. What to look at? I haven't reported the equipment to the recording studio yet. Delayed my recording. Can you afford to accompany me? Zhao Chu-Chu rolled her eyes at this woman. But I still carried the equipment on the ground. Go to the recording studio. Okay, Sister Shin. I have a day off this Saturday. Contact me when you have time. Shin-Yuchu looked at such a message. Finally a smile appeared on my face. She turned over again. I don't see any other information. Then switched to Weibo. My last post on Weibo, 2 years ago. It's a business that I announced my withdrawal from the industry. Originally had hundreds of thousands of fans. Now it has become thousands. Except for Jiang Siphon. There are actually some old fans. Leave messages often to care about yourself. Randomly scrolling through hot searches on Weibo. These are all recent gossips, but there are several of them. In talking about a recently popular song, A Word of Your Presence, fairy songs, mysterious singer, just one video and one page of fans tore into millions of parts. Who is he? In-depth analysis. Let me take you through a recent treasure song. Shin Yu-chu is very curious. What is the most popular song recently? So he looked for the title and clicked in. The mobile phone screen automatically jumps to a video interface. Familiar guitar melody sounds. The living room suddenly became quiet. Look at the phone screen. Shin Yu-chu was completely stunned. This familiar song. Isn't it the song that came from your room 2 days ago? It turns out she was recording a video that day. Won was the first to speak out. She stretched out her little finger and pointed at the phone screen. Looking up at Shin Yu-chu. It's Dad. Dad is on the phone. Yeah, it's Dad. Shin Yu-chu touched the little guy's head and responded. Only now does she understand. Why do you have so much money to replace furniture in your home? There are millions of likes. Can I have no money? She turns to look at you. That clear-cut profile. The eyes are complicated and inexplicable. Won got my mother's answer. I am even more happy and throw myself back into your arms. Two short hands hold Dad's face. Big eyes full of light. Milky sound and milky smell. Dad is so gentle. Won also wants to sing. Two soft little hands pressed on his face. Your eyes gradually melt. He also held up his daughter's little face with his two big hands. Does Won also like singing? Like? Won bent her big eyes. Answer you without hesitation. Smile brighter. Okay, that father taught Won to sing. Wait until Won learns it. Just sing on your phone. Okay. Won kept nodding her little head. Then happily face your side face. Kissed hard. When you get the reward, you will immediately smile. Under the eyes of the little guy full of admiration. Run quickly and lie down on your side. Took out the guitar. Back to the sofa. You held the guitar and tuned it. Turning around, I saw Shin Yu-chu and Won. They all look at me without blinking. Your face turned red rarely. Then bend over the strings. Today my father composed a children's song that is exclusive to Won. Dad sings it to Won first. Dad sings a line next time. Won sings along. Okay. Won nodded happily. The little face is full of expectation. This song is called Explosion of Courage. Won, listen up. After saying that, you gently strum the strings. The brisk melody then sounded in the living room. Won's sense of rhythm is surprisingly good. She shook her head and swayed gently to the melody. Involuntarily, I swayed my body along with the little guy. Look at this pair of women who move at the same frequency. Shin Yu-chu's eyes gradually softened. A smile quietly appeared on her face. She actually joined your rhythm. First time for a family. All immersed in the ocean of joy. At this moment, even the living room becomes brighter. Follow the singing. Won clenched her little fist. Made a punching Superman gesture. You also put down your guitar at this time. Make gestures with the little guy. Then he stretched out his fingers and gently touched the graceful cliff. Won throws herself into your arms. Two short hands hold your neck tightly. Dad. Won like such a father. Don't go back to the way you were before, okay? Won's weak voice rang in her ears. You open your mouth. Eyes suddenly filled with mist. Hold Won tightly in your arms. Her face was buried deeply under Won's clothes. Dad will never do that again. The voice is hoarse and firm. Shin Yu-chu can't see your expression at this moment. She was already in tears at this moment. But she had a smile on her face. She knows the days before will never happen again. Never again. Are you the first to adjust your emotions? Keep your guitar close to you. Hold Won on his lap. Won, you are here to learn singing now. I sing a line. Can you sing along with Daddy? Okay. Won agreed very quickly. Next time, it became a teaching time for the two women. All morning, the singing voices of the two of them echoed in the living room. I saw two people immersed in learning songs. Shin Yu-chu silently made lunch. It's just that his skills are obviously not as good as yours. When eating, Won kept saying that she would eat the food cooked by her father from now on. This made Shin Yu-chu give the little guy a jealous look. I feel even more indignant. Little heartless. It only took 2 days and he was bribed. This family atmosphere makes you feel comfortable. This is what a real family should look like. Won learns quickly. It only took 3 days. I sang the song Explosion of Courage completely. At Won's strong request, you also took a video for Won. Posted a platform. Won in the video is wearing a pink princess dress, wearing a bow. The little body swayed to the music. So cute. You were all smiling when you were taking the photo. It's all over my face. This is my daughter. Your proud and arrogant expression. Shin Yu-chu is watching the excitement on the side. I accidentally saw your face. I almost couldn't hold back my laughter until I almost started laughing. This is her first time seeing. How can you still look like this? These 3 days, because of your good performance. The relationship between Shin Yu-chu and you has eased a lot. At least Shin Yu-chu will take the initiative to say a few words to you now. No one thought, don't commit the second video of this account. It's actually a children's song. The song is still original, still sounds so good. Platform headquarters. Liu Yun discovered this video immediately. After watching the whole video, he gave the biggest push without thinking. Such cute breast dumplings, such a nice song. Liu Yun has a motherly smile on her face. The whole mouth spread to two families. Immediately afterwards, the hot search on the platform exploded again. The storm about you has not completely subsided yet. The storm of courage has begun to blow. This time the video became even more popular. You have to mute your phone again. Sitting on the sofa holding Wonwan. Enjoy scrolling through the comments section. Everyone in the comment section is talented. You can't stop brushing at all. I want to have a daughter like this. I don't allow yellow hair within 100 miles. This is the comment with the most likes. One day Saturday, you just finished your morning run. Wiping sweat, I opened the door. I saw Shin Yuchu wearing a newly bought suspender nightgown come out of the bathroom. He obviously just took a shower. He is blowing his hair and looking up, blushed by the heat. The two of them stared at each other with big eyes. A poem suddenly pops into your mind. Natural removal of carvings. Hibiscus emerges from clear water. This is perfect for Shin Yuchu at this time. I see you staring at me like an idiot. Shin Yuchu subconsciously covered his chest. The face gradually flushes with blood. Even the earlobes are starting to turn red. Obviously both of them have been married for more than 2 years. This feeling now, it's like a young couple who just got together. Good morning. Shin Yuchu tried his best to calm down. Say hello to you. The steps towards the bedroom can't help but speed up. You simply replied. Shin Yuchu said no more. Dao also ran back to the bedroom. You smiled helplessly. Get rid of all the random thoughts in your mind. Humming, brother walked into the bathroom. Take a shower, cook, and wake up Wonwan. Daily 3-piece set. When you opened the bedroom door, Wonwan is still sleeping soundly. His little mouth is slightly open, lying sprawled on your big bed. After these few days of normal eating and sleeping, Wonwan's face became much clearer, although still so thin, but my mental outlook is much better visible to the naked eye. You sat on the edge of the bed and looked at it for a while. He leaned down and pinched the little guy's nose gently. Stretch out your short hand. Hug your neck. Dad, the milk is born with milk and a hint of coquettishness. You smiled. Reach out and pick him up. Walk out the bedroom door. Put him on the stool in front of the sink. The little guy has been washing his face and brushing his teeth by himself for the past 2 days. You are supporting him next to him. Squeeze the toothpaste for him and get him a towel or something. Wonwan is very smart. You only taught for 2 days. He learned this skill. Shin Yuchu also walked out of the bedroom door at this time. The long hair behind him was also tied up high. Tie it into a small ball head. Shin Yuchu looks like this. Make your eyes unstoppably bright. Secretly nodded. Is this the vitality one should have in their 20s? Still too thin. It would definitely look better if it were rounder. Shin Yuchu was still a little nervous. Cheeks reddish. This is the first time she dresses like this at home. I don't know if it looks good or not. She raised her head and looked at you, who was still taking care of Wonwan. Calmly walked to the dining table and sat down. Her eyes seemed to light up just now. That means it still looks good, right? Wait. Why do you care about her opinion? Shin Yuchu rubbed his cheek angrily. Chopsticks inadvertently stirred twice in the bowl. She is angry at herself for not living up to expectations. At this time, you also sat down with Wonwan in your arms. Wonwan sweetly called Mom. Then pick up your own special little spoon. Shake up the golden millet porridge in front of you. Can you go out with us today? You are enjoying the delicious food with your head down. Suddenly I heard Shin Yuchu's words. You looked up at Shin Yuchu, looking confused. Shin Yuchu nodded. Not looking at you. It's just that the earlobes are already bright and sexy. Okay, you agreed very readily. You stopped a taxi on the way. You are going to Yida Plaza in the city center today. Shin Yuchu and his former assistant Zhao Chuchu make an appointment to meet at a milk tea shop there. The reason why I need to bring you and Wonwan with me, it's entirely because Zhao Chuchu wants to meet the little guy. And the little guy has become your little tail these 2 days. Inseparable from you. So you just took advantage of the little guy. 2 years later, she can see Sister Shin again. Zhao Chuchu was very excited. She bought several cups of milk tea in advance. Sitting in my seat, I kept staring at the door of the milk tea shop. Zhao Chuchu and Shin Yuchu worked together for a year and a half. 2 people love each other like sisters. Shin Yuchu was really nice to her. It's just a pity. Shin Yuchu will be with you after that. She doesn't understand either. Why, Sister Shun? I have to be with that good-for-nothing man. He can't figure it out. I also advised Shin Yuchu back then, as if determined. I can't listen to the advice at all. Zhao Chuchu was thinking wildly in his mind. Suddenly saw that familiar voice, holding a bouncing little breast dumpling, walk in from the store door. His eyes lit up. Stand up suddenly and wave your left hand. Sister Shin here. Shin Yuchu heard the sound. As soon as I looked up, I saw Zhao Chuchu's waving hand. A smile spread across his face. Sure enough, Chuchu still hasn't changed. Still so lively and cheerful. Come closer. There was nothing but joy in their eyes, all a little moist. Sisters who have been separated for a long time meet again. They all can't suppress their feelings. Zhao Chuchu looked at Shin Yuchu carefully. Eyes are redder. She took Shin Yuchu's hand. The little mouth became flat. Sister Shin, you have lost a lot of weight. Is that man treating you badly? Where are others? He'll help you teach him a lesson. Shin Yuchu pursed his lips. Sit down with Zhao Chuchu. He hugged Wang Wan next to him and sat down. Only then did he speak. Chuchu, don't worry. It's good for her to take me now. What about you? After I leave, is your work going well? I'm pretty good too. Sister Shin, you don't even know how much I miss you. The two asked each other how they were doing, after chatting for a while. Only then did Zhao Chuchu turn his attention to the little guy. The little guy has been acting well next to me just now. Zhao Chuchu only cared about drinking with Shin Yuchu. I never looked at her carefully. Now take a closer look. Eyes immediately lit up. Looks like Sister Shin. It's just carved out of the same mold. Especially those big, smart eyes. You can make people fall in love with this little guy at a glance. Goddess, is this Wang Wan? You look so cute. Zhao Chuchu said while saying, leave your seat. Squat in front of the little guy. He reached out and touched the little guy's face. Then his brows wrinkled slightly again. The little guy is the same as Sister Shin. They are all so thin. Zhao Chuchu is extremely angry now. He's sure, that good-for-nothing man. It's definitely not good for Sister Shin and the child. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. Now he couldn't wait to question that man face to face. So he raised his head and looked at Shin Yuchu. Sister Shin, didn't you say he would come too? Where are the people? Shin Yuchu can also feel Zhao Chuchu's hostility towards you. It's just that he doesn't know what to say. I could only laugh awkwardly. Want to eat ice cream? Are you going to line up for your kids to buy ice cream? Zhao Chuchu naturally saw the look on Shin Yuchu's face. She suddenly felt more excited. She has a gentle and cold temperament. Now there is a little more cowardice in this tenderness and coldness. She can feel it. Afraid of scaring children. Zhao Chuchu could only snort coldly and return to his seat. Secretly, I want to kill you with gritted teeth. Zhao Chuchu just wanted to speak, but suddenly paused. His eyes gradually became sharper, looking at the door of the milk tea shop. Shin Yuchu was stunned. The expression on his face is even more embarrassing. She thought it was you who came, leading to Chuchu's hostility. I was just about to turn around and look. A slightly shrill voice sounded from behind her. Zhao Chuchu, you still have time to drink milk tea. Have you finished the work I gave you? Liuli, you finished? Today is a rest day. Zhao Chuchu looked ugly, like a kitten with fried hair. Stare at the person speaking. Shin Yuchu turned around. Only then did he see that the person coming was Liuli, the popular little girl who used to be in the same company as me. He is also following the path of a powerful singer. Isn't this Sister Shin? Sister Shin is not at home. Be honest and faithful to your husband and your children. Why did you come out to find Chuchu? Glass eyes with smiles. The words coming out of my mouth are full of ridicule. Shin Yuchu hasn't said anything yet. Zhao Chuchu beside him became angry first. Liuli, take care of yourself. It's not a working day now. Stop being so weird here. Sister God, let's go. There's a mad dog messing around here. Will affect our mood. Zhao Chuchu finished speaking. Pick up Wang Wan, holding Shin Yuchu's hand and about to leave. But they didn't want Liuli to stand in front of them. She looked at Shin Yuchu, eyebrow corners twitching, laughed again. Hey, Sister God, why are you so thin? Are you having a hard time? If you feel bad, let me tell my sister. I can still give charity. Who told me to be kind-hearted? Look, Chuchu is being beaten by my hands now. Not a good day. Are you right, Chuchu? Zhao Chuchu's face was livid, looking at Liuli without saying a word. Shin Yuchu suddenly turned his head and looked at Zhao Chuchu, eyes full of disbelief. You must know that doing odd jobs is about working hard. How could the company let Chuchu do this? But now is obviously not the time to ask questions. Shin Yuchu turned his head. The look he looked at Liuli was also filled with anger, but she was just about to speak. Zhao Chuchu was born first. The contract I signed with the company will expire at the end of the month. I will naturally resign then. I just hope someone doesn't fall more miserably the higher he climbs. If Sister God pays, someone may bleed in his dream. Liuli Wenyang was stunned. Who knows himself? But Liuli soon smiled. She looked at Shin Yuchu with contempt in her eyes. Come back. This is the funniest joke you and I have ever heard. Is there any company that dares to sign such a contract? Are you a husband with a child? Talking about children. Shin Yuchu, is your child looking good? You can consider it. Cultivate her into a new generation of popular little flowers. Liuli was full of words, face disdainful even. She still forgot about herself. I want to pinch Wanwan's little face. Take your hand away. You promise you dare to touch her? There's no place for you to cry. There's something bright in your eyes. Quickly walk to Shin Yuchu. Give the three of them the ice cream in your hand. Then you face Liuli. Block Shin Yuchu and Wanwan behind you. Liuli was shocked. My body involuntarily took 2 steps back. It seems that you feel very oppressive when you are angry. It's just that he calmed down when I look at you carefully, but suddenly laughed. It turns out to be this pretty boy. Useless trash. Who do I think? It turns out to be you. How? Do you still want to hit someone in public? You frowned, looking back at Shin Yuchu, eyes with questions, obviously asking him where this shrew came from. She was a singer from the previous company. I didn't expect to meet him here either. You look angry. Maybe others are not afraid. But Shin Yuchu was a little scared. So you looking at him, his head lowered slightly. Seeing Shin Yuchu like this, you frowned more tightly. I sighed even more in my heart. Didn't ask Shin Yuchu again. You turn your head, staring at Liuli condescendingly. Singer, sorry, I haven't heard of you. Don't know you either. All I know is that a good dog stays out of the way. Please get out of the way. You said it very seriously. When Yang Liuli's voice is even sharper. As a human being, you have to understand your own weight. You think I don't know? You fawn over Yi Tian and Chen Shuai from other boy bands every day, inviting people to drink every day. What are you trying to do with me now? You think about these 2 names carefully. I finally remembered who these 2 people were. This is a member of the boy group that the owner was in before. After quitting the industry, the owner wants to make a new debut. Indeed, I often invite them to drink and curry favor with them. It's just that people don't like him. I'm not familiar with the 2 people you mentioned either. You keep pestering me like this. Don't blame me for calling the security guard. Liuli gave you a hard look, but still obediently get out of the way. You pulled Shin Yuchu up. Another Zhao Chuchu followed. Stay still and walk outside. Just passing by Liuli. Liuli suddenly spoke to Shin Yuchu. Oh, what a pity. Someone can no longer sing. Shin Yuchu, my new song will be released at the end of this month. After saying that, Liuli laughed happily. How can Shin Yuchu compare with me? Liuli's gradual voice echoed in several people's ears. Zhao Chuchu couldn't wait to rush up and slap her right now. I obviously know that Sister Shin likes to sing. Now I can't sing again. What she said was so heartbreaking. Your footsteps were also stunned. Look deeply at Liuli. Then he continued to walk out expressionlessly. Shin Yuchu did not speak, just pursed his lips slightly. However, at this time, a childlike child eagle suddenly sounded. The voice is clear and firm. Mom sings better than you. You call me a bad aunt. Everyone was shocked. No one expected. The little guy will speak out for his mother at this time. You were just stunned for a second. Then he rubbed the little guy's head with a smile on his face. I secretly thought it was awesome. She is indeed my daughter. I was still a little angry at first. Wan Yi makes a sound. The anger in your heart was immediately thrown away. Ignore the fluent response. You guys just leave this place of right and wrong. A group of people came to a restaurant. Shin Yuchu and Zhao Chuchu were chatting. I've been walking on the road before. There were some things he was worried about but didn't ask. Now finally sit down. There are no outsiders around. He held Zhao Chuchu's hand. Finally asked the question he had always wanted to ask. Chuchu, why are you doing odd jobs for Liuli? And what about Sister Yun? What is he doing now? Sister Yun was Shin Yuchu's former agent, almost 40 years old, but he has been good. Hearing Shin Yuchu's question, Zhao Chuchu couldn't hide his depression. After you leave, Sister Yun was fired not long after. She has been looking for a job for a long time but has not found one. Later her mother became ill and was hospitalized. She needs to be taken care of in the hospital all the time. Her mother only found a job as a nanny. Shin Yuchu didn't expect Sister Yun has fallen to this level now. She was in a daze before her eyes. I can vaguely see Sister Yun doing things at that time. Crisp and neat look. Both fell silent. Shin Yuchu pursed his lips. She knows it's all her fault. If it weren't for my own willfulness, Sister Yun won't be like this. She has defied the fate of the company so many times for herself. When you have a future, of course the company won't say anything. Just give yourself a pat on the butt and say retreat. One can only imagine what kind of treatment Sister Yun will encounter. The atmosphere is a bit dull. After a few people had a hasty meal, Zhao Chuchu had another conversation with Shin Yuchu, and left in a hurry. Shin Yuchu's mood has always been very low. Originally, you and your family made an appointment. Accompany Wanwan to the amusement park in the afternoon. But now she's not even in the mood to finish. You can naturally feel her mood. Want to say something, but in the end, I still didn't say it. In fact, you don't understand either. Why? Shin-Yu-Chu seemed to have been given ecstasy at first. Want to marry you. The owner doesn't know. You don't even know. Shin-Yu-Chu wants to go home. He wants to be alone. Just when he saw Wanwan's expectant eyes, somewhat unbearable, in order not to disappoint Wanwan. Finally, your family of 3 arrived at the amusement park. The little guy is very happy. This is his first time coming to the amusement park. Him holding your hand and rushing in. Shin-Yu-Chu also managed to cheer up at this time. He doesn't want the future. Wanwan recalls her first trip to an amusement park. I am sad. The family was the first to experience the carousel. After that, I played a few more projects. The sky also darkened unconsciously. The playground is also lit up with colorful lights. The last item is the Ferris wheel. When you hold Wanwan and Shin-Yu-Chu open the door and sit in the mirror, Wanwan has fallen asleep in your arms. Ferris wheel rises slowly. The colorful buildings on the ground are gradually shrinking. But what you don't know is, Shin-Yu-Chu also came to an amusement park for the first time. It's also my first time to ride a Ferris wheel. Her trusting eyes looked curiously outside the cockpit, eyes sparkling inside. She looked out the window. You look at her. Maybe I noticed your gaze. Her earlobes slowly turned red. I rolled my eyes at you delicately. This is the first time you have seen this kind of look. Somewhat too much. The lights on the skylight illuminate